Hello, dear friend, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for April 5th through 11th. We are having a week which represents the last lunar phase. So, we are having a new moon on Sunday, which means that from the beginning of the week and towards the end of the week, the energy is getting lower and lower. And it's not a bad thing, it just means that we need to focus more on what's inside, to pay more attention to ourselves, to complete things that we have started recently or before, and to prepare for the beginning of the new lunar cycle. So the energy will be very beneficial for relaxation or taking things a little slower, and overall for finding more internal balance. On top of that, the moon will be in Pisces at certain days, so it's really a great time to slow down a little bit and make a reassessment or take care of yourself and prepare for the new beginning which comes shortly. So let's look at Monday. So on Monday, the moon is actually quite harmonious. It's in Aquarius and has a positive aspect with Mercury. This is a great combination for communication, some kind of social projects, gatherings with other people. Nowadays, I know most of them are probably online, but we can still do some important work or connect with others. And this moon in Aquarius brings great opportunities to do something creative, something different, to be more inspired. With Mercury, there might be some new ideas, or it's also a great aspect for planning and learning information. So overall, the day is positive and mostly productive. On Tuesday, we have a great aspect between Venus and Mars, the feminine and the masculine planet. So overall, that's great news for the area of relationships, for going on dates, for doing something that you love, something that you are passionate about, something you are excited about. Also, it's a wonderful time for financial projects, for business activities, for communication. So overall, you can see this aspect is really beneficial for every life area, also because of the signs which are triggered. So communication and independent work are also really supported by the aspect. The moon is still in Aquarius, so we can be creative, we can be inspired, we may do different things in an original way. Also, communication might be very beneficial, and overall, there might be lots of excitement on Tuesday. On Wednesday, Venus has a minor positive aspect with Neptune, which can really increase your intuition, your creativity. Can be also very positive for relationships, for finding more balance, taking care of yourself and the people that you love, and overall for harmonizing the emotional atmosphere. Venus in Aries can be quite passionate and unbalanced, and the positive influence of Neptune can help us to balance those intense emotions and to be more gentle with ourselves and with other people as well. When it comes to financial decisions, this aspect can bring some intuition and can help you to find the most appropriate solutions. The next aspect between Mars and Pluto is also actually really supportive for financial projects, investments or reassessments, or making certain changes when it comes to your plans about spending, about investing, gaining some information, gathering the information, and really making important plans about business, about work, about financial stuff. So it's a very productive aspect, and also aspect which may bring changes. So if you want a change when it comes to your work or the communication or the plans that you are making, this aspect can really help you. The moon is in Aquarius until the afternoon, until 4:30 p.m. So more excitement, more original approach, also great for socializing, for being creative. And after 4:30 p.m., the moon is moving to Pisces. So we need to slow down, we need to relax, we need to pay more attention to our feelings, our emotions, the sensitivity increases, and overall Wednesday evening and Thursday and Friday will bring more of this Pisces energy. So we need to be more relaxed, we need to tune into our intuition, and it would be a great time actually for some spiritual practices. Thursday also brings a positive aspect between Mercury and Pluto, which is great for finding new ideas, for making new plans, transforming certain things, looking at things from a different perspective, and also for being more creative and more empowered. The aspect is beneficial for business, for financial decisions, for communication, creativity, and spirituality. And the moon in Pisces brings more of the intuition. You don't need to force yourself too much, to work extremely hard, or to put extreme efforts on something. Relax, take it slow and easy, and you will be actually much more resourceful in this way. Now we are getting to the most intense day during this week. So we have 5 aspects happening at the same time. On Friday, the most important one is the square between Mars and Neptune. This aspect may bring some kind of complications, lack of clarity, some kind of procrastination in certain cases, sometimes even a laziness, or just lack of desire to work really hard and to be really engaged with some physical effort. We need to be careful when it comes to information that we get, when it comes to the plans or contracts, because Mars is in Gemini. So the information may not be accurate. There might be mistakes, sometimes unintentionally. In other cases, they might be totally intentional. So make sure to check all the information you work with, to make very clear your perspectives, your ideas, so that there are no misunderstandings. Overall, honestly, I wouldn't recommend you to make some important business decisions on Friday. It's too much of the Neptune energy. The moon is in Pisces, so you might be very irrational, and those decisions may not be so good. On the other side, Mercury has 3 aspects. There is a positive one with Uranus, which can help us to be more creative, more inspired, to have some insights and ideas. There is another positive one with Mars, which can make our mind more active. Again, we may want to speak our truth. We may have some ideas of what we want to do. So generally, there's lots of attention that goes towards the mind and the ideas. But there is also a minor challenging aspect between Mercury and Jupiter, which means that we might get a little distracted, or we may have too big of a goals for the day, or let's call them tasks. Maybe they're not huge goals, but like tasks that are like beyond what we can do over one day. So a little bit like an overestimation of what we can achieve and what we can do. So be careful with the plans and how much time they will take you. And this aspect is also positive for researching something. And the last aspect is between Venus and Saturn. This aspect is a creative one, which can help you to make some new decisions, to look at things from a different perspective. In relationships, this aspect may bring clarity and more stability and more reliable connection and communication with your partner. For business partnerships, this is also a great aspect, and for financial decisions as well. So the day is complicated. Honestly, it's complicated with too much Neptune energy. Overall, I would recommend you to be careful with every life area and to take it slower, to process your ideas, to make your plans, but probably wait a little bit with the execution of your plans. And now we are at the weekend part. On Saturday, we have two amazing aspects. Mercury in a positive aspect with Saturn and Venus in a positive aspect with Jupiter. So we can be especially productive and we may have great ideas. It's a wonderful time for making certain plans. Also, communication might be very productive and can bring us success. Venus with Jupiter can bring us benefits, maybe some gifts that we can receive, or happiness, or a new vision, or more excitement, more inspiration. So, two planets in Aries in a positive aspect with two planets in Aquarius. That's amazing, and that's also lots of masculine energy. The moon is also in Aries at this point, so we may feel more energized, we may feel ready to take action, to be more initiative, but we need to consider also that this is the last day of the lunar cycle. So even though it looks really beneficial, it's also time for a reassessment. It's also time to slow down a little bit, to look at your life, at what you want to achieve, and prepare for the new beginning, which comes on Sunday with the new moon in Aries. It's time for action. It's time to look ahead and just prepare to do something that will be important for you for the next 1 month. And if you want more help and guidance of how you can use new moons, full moons, the moon positions, and also lunar returns, I have a course on this topic. You can check the link below. You can watch it immediately, and it can really help you to set the tone of the month the way you want it to feel and look like. On Sunday, also, Venus has a challenging aspect with Pluto. So this new moon will be pretty intense. Emotionally, there might be some kind of unbalanced situations. There might be some kind of struggles or confrontations, or in relationships, people may fight. Financially, also, it's not the best time for decisions. So be careful when it comes to emotional matters, relationships, and money. The good news is that the sun has a positive aspect with Neptune, and this can bring more calmness. So we can relax a little bit. We need to connect with our intuition and trust that the best things will happen, the right things will happen. It's a wonderful time for short meditation or a spiritual practice, just to relax and to prepare for whatever you want to experience during the next lunar cycle. And with that, my friend, we covered this week. Pretty interesting and exciting. I also want to share with you, I'm forgetting to share this, but I have started to publish stories on YouTube with the daily horoscope. So every day, if you need a little reminder of where is the moon, what aspects we have, is it beneficial for my business or my relationships, open YouTube, go to the stories, and you will see the daily horoscopes for the rest of the week. So I hope that this will be even easier and more convenient for you to use the positive energy of astrology whenever you need to. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and I will see you soon.